Well, how y'all are this afternoon? This is your buddy George Jones over at the Bergen Gun Range with my next installment on, hey, I got this old used gun. The old used gun I have today is the Marlan 512 Slugmaster. A 3-shot bolt action, 12 gauge rifled barrel slug exclusive rifle. So it's a, I don't know, it's a shotgun. Yeah, technically it's a shotgun, but I think it's more of a slug rifle. So it's a rifle barrel. I believe it's 5 lands and grooves. I don't know what the twist ratio is. Let's see what it says on it here. It says Slugmaster, the Marlan Firearms Company, New Haven, Connecticut, where they hate guns. The model 512, 12 gauge, 3-inch chamber, rifled bore. Over here on the other side, it says, what does it not say? It doesn't say anything. Oh, warning, warning. This is a gun, and it can be dangerous, you know, if you let the wrong people get a hold of it. That's what it says right there. Warning, dangerous. Can be dangerous if the wrong people get a hold of it. So, we won't be taking this up around D.C. anywhere, where the dangerous people live. It has a kind of a hard recoil pad to it. It's very hefty. It weighs a lot. It's got good marble style sights on it, front and rear. Is the sight folding? I don't know if it's folding or not. Yes, the sight is of the folding type with the elevator relief. 3-shot magazine. No, 2-round magazine with 1 in battery makes you 3. It has sling swivels fore and aft for Uncle Mike set up. The trigger guard appears to be to me be cast aluminum. Overall, it's a very nicely made, nicely appointed gun. It's just huge. So every time I ever see one of these things, I think of Dirty Harry on the roof of the flop house trying to shoot across the street and kill the serial killer Scorpio. Of course, that gun was actually like a 458 or something like that. But this is just looks like it's just a huge rifle. So we're going to give it a try here. So I'm going to run about 3 rounds through 2 different targets because we have a gun to compare it to, which is another rifled gun, which is my 870 with my 24-inch Mossberg slug barrel on it. So we're going to shoot 3 rounds at each target and see how it shoots with an ammunition that we think is good. And the ammunition that we think is good is the new Bernicky USA reduced recoil 12 gauge 2 3/4 inch shotgun slugs tactical home defense. That's this guy. So it's a Bernicky slug. It's just a Bernicky slug. It might have a little bit less recoil. It might not. You know, my experience is reduced recoil is pretty much a misnomer because the recoil is created by the weight of the projectile, not by the powder load or anything to do with it. It's created by the weight of the projectile. So if the projectile weighs 1 1/8 ounces, it's going to kick just as hard at the same velocity as a Remington in the same loading. So it doesn't present anything really special by saying reduced recoil. You know, it's going to produce what it's going to produce because it's heavy. Newton's law, equal and opposite reaction. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Okay? You put that 12 gauge 1 1/8 ounce slug in motion, there's going to be an opposite reaction. That opposite reaction is it's going to kick you. Pretty simple. Nothing fancy. All right, our targets are at 25 yards, 16-inch diameter shooting C's at 25 yards. These are our targets. Top target will be the Slugger, the Slug Master, with the Bernicke ammunition at the top target and the 870 with the Mossberg barrel at the bottom target. Well, let's get started and see how it's going. If that steerman will get out of here. All right. Would you find me some ear mufflers, please, while I talk to the people? Would you find me some ear mufflers, please, while I talk to the people? The set that I like to use. It's one of those days. Then we're going to make the ultimate faux pas. We're going to attempt to shoot 9-pellet buckshot out of a rifle barrel gun and see what happens. This is an experimental and educational channel, you know. You got the ones I like to use? I'll go get them. It's okay. I like these because they're lower profile. That chair's too low or it's sunk into the ground, one of the two. All right, here we go. Those other ones are fat here where these are skinny. All right, let's see. Shameless product placement. All righty. Let's get with the program here. Oh, let's see if I can get one up in there manually. There we go. Bolt that in there. And, you know, this is one of the few bolt action shotguns I've ever dealt with that... Now, put that thing in there easily a minute ago. There we go. It's one of the few bolt action shotguns I've ever dealt with that actually cycles good. Of course, I'm left-handed with a bolt action, so we're not doing real good. All right, top target, Marlan Slug Master. Let's try it. See what happens. God, this thing's big. Goes back in there. Whew. All right, here we go again. Well, I haven't hit target yet. Of course, this is kind of a cold gun. I've never shot it before. Oop, I got one on it at 5 o'clock. All right. Need to watch us zero it in the next video. All right, let's try the 24-inch Mossberg barrel on the 870. See how it shoots, just for comparison. Of course, that target backer hasn't been shot with anything but a 9mm, so we ought to be able to see where it actually hit. All right, here we go. Bottom barrel, 870 with a Mossberg on it. Ain't you doing any better? Wait a minute, I think I clipped it down at the bottom. better. All right, boys and girls, let's go down and look a fight. Veritate it. Veritate the marksman. Tactical accuracy.
Or lack of it.
Or lack of it. That's. Geez, you hang around with me a month enough, you start thinking like me. Okay, so this thing ain't never been shot with nothing but the backer ain't been shot with nothing but 9mm. So we should be able to.
That's actually not a bad group.
That's actually not a bad group.
At this range, that's pretty good.
I could drive that wedge up a little higher. I like the way it left the signature of the Bernicke rifling in there. So you know that thing ain't tumbling going end over end because it's, you know, it's got the impression of the rifling of the Bernicke in the target. So technically, I'm saying that's not a bad group, even though I didn't hit the target. Here's the deal: if you aim for a deer's shoulder with that, but you know that's the first time we've ever shot this thing on paper. Ed bought this gun in Ohio last week when we were on a filming road trip, and you know, this is the first time we've shot it. The Mossberg, I've actually shot it before. You know, I kind of know how it shoots, and it shoots pretty much to the center. But actually, this ain't bad. Boop, 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 it's right up the middle. I just elevated it up a little bit. You know, put a little elevation on it. We've got slugs and time. We can try it. You want to?
Sure.
I'll get 3 more slugs and put in that thing. Give it a little bit of elevation. And we'll try it again. Because it shoots good. But the main thing about it all is it shoots that Bernicke good. I mean, you could clearly see the pattern of the Bernicke shape going through it. We're just going to shoot. Call that guy up and see if we can get any more of these. Have him ship us about 10 boxes of it.
I got his card.
Do I?
I've got his card.
Yeah, we better have his card. We made his video for his store. Let's not get too carried away. We're going to try 3. It's got the same kind of elevator on it that a Marlan Model 60's got on it. You just lift this up a little bit and push that down. Come on. You don't get your finger caught in it. All right, let's get an angle here.
The recoil on that's fairly mild.
Well, it's so damn heavy.
But I know normally you don't care to shoot. You're not eager to shoot shotgun slugs.
You're not eager to shoot shotgun slugs, but it's, you know, it's heavy. You know, it's got a, you know, the old equal and opposite reaction thing, you know. That thing weighs a lot. Of course, it wouldn't weigh too awful bad as long as you wasn't walking on safari with it. I mean, you know, if you were trying to get us a little bit of a screwdriver apparatus out. Bear with us, folks. We're going to get it worked out here. These glasses off so I can see what's going on in the shadow. Come on, scoot back there a little bit. That raised her up a little bit. Your sights always adjust your rear sight always adjusts in the direction that you want the bullet impact to go. Okay? Your front sight always adjusts in the opposite direction. So the rear sight is left, right is right, up is up, and down is down. And the front sight is left is right is left, up is down, down is up. Next time you go to screwing with the front sight on an AR-15, it might help you, save you a little trouble. get you a little ammunition. Okay, put some in it. Same round, Bernicky. Well, I got my hands full, boys and girls. There we go. Get in there. Come on, let's go. There we go. Now, get one put in it. You know, Boomstick has these days too. The only difference between me and him is I put mine on camera. Well, it ain't like an AK, buddy. All right, here we go again. Let's put us some. The thing about it is, you know, we bought this gun in Ohio, and there's some good slug gun values in Ohio and Indiana where they've gone to straight-walled, high-powered centerfire rifle and gotten away from deer slug only. All right, here we go again. Ooh, yeah, okay. Now, that's a little better. That's a little better. Now we're getting somewhere. Gresham would say, he got meat. All right, kids, let's go down here and look at it before society gets bored with us. You know, that gun doesn't kick bad at all.
No.
It's just so heavy.
Okay, let me pull one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Here was my first three. 1, 2, 3. Here's my second three. 1, 2, 3.
it's just like I think just like a regular high-powered rifle, you're going to find probably 1 or 2 slugs it'll throw in a group like that, and some that would still get a deer.
It'd get a deer. Even at 75 yards, that would get a deer. You dope in your gun, you know how it's going to shoot. You know, with particular type of ammunition, you know, you're okay. Around here, where it's woolly, you know, everywhere you go, you even got open pasture. It's too far to shoot across, or it's woolly, like the Amazon rainforest. Deer slug's not a bad option. I gotta shoot high-powered rifles, but you know, deer slug ain't a bad option.
If you want something to stand in for a dangerous game gun.
Yeah, you talk about a stopping rifle, you need something to stop. I mean, in bear country, it'd be a very desirable gun. Well, all right then, that's about the size of it for the old Marlan bolt-action slug gun. It's the same gun as the goose gun with a different barrel configuration. That's the only difference. And it is scope mount capable. You can put a scope on it. It's real firepower close range, buddy. It's pretty cool. All right then, y'all like it, share, commentate, and subscribe. Leave me a $1 in the Patreon box if you want to, and if you don't, well, I'll keep right on making content for you. God bless America, and God bless us each and every one. You got to turn and check on the old people. Join the NRA. They'll stake them to court, buddy. All right, then. We'll see y'all. You don't want to touch that button.